Na morning on our Benjini Chikanya Pundu Pinakuna Wichabakani Yalaka Ngalugalati Yartanga in Berendi. My name's Jack, I'm a proud Ghana Naranga and Werunga man, and today I'm standing on Ghana country in this place here, Galatia, known as Gawler. So the area, Gawler, known as Galatia. Galatia means the dingo tooth, named after a guy called Gawler. Gawler was the last traditional owner to the Gawler region, so he was the head of the community here. Gawler means the father of the dingo, and Galatia was a name that came from him. Tidnaparntu was also the Gawler River, it was his river. I'm Jack, I'm a founding managing director of Kuma Kaaru Cultural Services. We're known as the peak body engaging with Aboriginal people in mainstream society in South Australia. We're a cultural education provider, cultural service provider. We originally started off as a dance group, now pretty much cover anything to do with Aboriginal culture in South Australia. If we're not already doing it, we can point you in the right direction and can get you the right people around the table. Some of the initiatives that we've had as Kuma Kaaru with the town of Gawler is that we've been involved in the reconciliation and NAIDOC events that happen each year. Gawler Fringe, since its inaugural year, we've been lucky enough to come out and my children have grown on stage with the community. We cut a shield out in Apex Park. We've worked on the translations and dual namings to the local parks in the area. So we've done some language with the councillors, and we open it up to local community members as well throughout Reconciliation Week and NAIDOC Week. The importance of this is Gawler's been so far out for a long time that there isn't a big population of Aboriginal people, unlike in the Salisbury, the Playford and the Port Adelaide Enfield councils. So without the big representation, opportunities aren't there for the local community to build relationships and engage with Aboriginal people. So with our work that we've done with Gawler Council over the last couple of years, hopefully we're giving people a bit of an insight to Aboriginal culture. The importance for organisations to build partnerships with Aboriginal businesses is that they can build relationships in advance before seeking advice. When we do that and you build relationships, it's easier to work with a friend than it is to work with somebody you've never met before. So we tell people, if you build a relationship with an Aboriginal business, then that way you can learn the information from the horse's mouth and things don't get lost in translation. So the importance to Aboriginal languages that out of 250 distinct languages and 1,000 dialects pre-colonisation, only about 20 of those languages haven't been affected by colonisation or are still first L1 language. So about 87% of our languages are in a revitalisation or maintenance stage. Ghana have been around for about 40 years. We started back in about 1990. Our elders started a little group that started teaching themselves, teaching their grandkids and their children, and then slowly started to embed it into the schooling system off the back of a couple of our elders. And we fast forward now to 40 years later, a lot more people know who Ghana are and a lot more about Ghana language. So the dual naming to the parks is a new thing. I guess the town of Gawler having a historical name, Galatia, which means dingo tooth. Knowing the original name to the space, we've got a choice to either refer to it as Gawler or Galatia. Now with parks, we also have an opportunity to refer it as its English name or the Ghana name. So the number of parks that we've now dual named also have a QR code on the signs. Scanning the QR code will take you to the website. You'll be able to hear the sound file to pronounce these words more correctly, give you a bit more information on what those names mean and a bit of the process to the local area as well. Hopefully this video helps you give you a bit more information on what we've done here up in the town of Gawler. get your head around utilising the names. They're dual names, so you have a choice to call it the English name or a language name. If you find yourself a little bit confused, scan the QR code. But hopefully it starts your journey and understanding a little bit more about Kaurna culture here in the Gawler region. Ngai Chalya Nakara.